I think today in Asia Pacific, almost all contact centers are used as the lifeline of a business to actually allow customers to contact a business, mostly for customer service. Now, what we find, frustrating about, this whole customer accessing a contact center experience is that they're not always able to, reach the agents or reach the person that they'd like to access or be able to speak to at all times using the, type of media that they use. Traditionally today, we access a call center using a telephone at most times. Now, what we see as a trend that is following the industry very, very quickly in the coming years is to allow the customer to access the contact center via various different media types and various different mobile devices, not only through phone, but perhaps even through a computer device, through a mobile device, through web chat, through text chatting, through a BlackBerry mobile devices, or even through a mobile phone or an office telephone. Now, all this multiple access allows the customer the ability to reach a business in a lot of different means as our economy becomes more dynamic and more mobile. Now, what does this mean for the contact center as well? Now, for the contact center, it means a development of a whole host of new technologies that can support some of these new media development types that can come in. What it means in terms of unified communications also is that it allows the customer and the business itself to support the customer better by being able to access presence of their agents not only within the contact center but outside the contact center. Now, the state of the presence in terms of what we call is important for agents. It's very important because we're able to show presence within the contact center whether an agent is available at any one time or not available. The ability for us to virtualize the contact center, for us to be able to show whether an agent outside a contact center is available or not, is a very powerful measure in unified communications. Because what then it allows the contact center to do is always be able to locate its expert agent, not only within the contact center, but outside the contact center through a variety of different means. Not only through the telephone, as I mentioned, it could be through one of those web devices or chat devices that will enable the business to always locate an expert outside the contact center. The frustrating part about the customer experience today is that what we've found within the contact center industry at Aspect is that not all problems can be resolved by the agent on hand at any single one time. So a lot of times what we've found is that the agent needs to contact a certain expert or a certain other person within the contact center, within the organization or the business to help resolve a certain problem. Today, with the dynamic economy, for example, when we telephone a bank, we not only want to check about the balance in our checking account, we want to know maybe how much mortgages or loan I've got left. I also want to find out what investment opportunities there are that I can continue to do business with the bank. So the ability for me to reach the correct agent at the correct time, whether it's within the contact center or outside, is a very powerful measure in terms of customer experience, customer satisfaction, as well as for us to be able to upsell or cross-sell products and opportunities for the business. I would more likely as a customer do business more with this particular bank if the bank is able to offer me a dynamic way to access and reach all the different services that I want as I become and as the economy becomes more mobile. So this is all in the context of unified communications. Now, in the past with technologies in contact center, how contact centers are being built is that someone would look for the best dialer in the world, the best PAPX in the world, the best call management system and the best IVR, and try to piece all these single and complex devices together through what's known as computer telephony integration. Now, that's the traditional approach of building a contact center. And then what you end up is that you would have different engineers to support the different pieces of devices. So you would have an engineer to support an IVR, engineer to support the call management system. So this becomes, computer telephony integration becomes very complex and very expensive for contact centers to maintain as they move forward. And each time they want to expand and upgrade because those devices are not meant to talk to one another in the first place. Now, with unified communications and Aspect, what we've developed is what we know as a unified technology, unified IP, using open standards, using Windows-based technology to develop contact centers as easy to use as a Microsoft Office, for example. So you would have a Word, an Excel, a PowerPoint, and Access as a software-based cloud-based contact center solution, an all-in-one IT-ready contact center solution. Now, each time you need a certain piece of the device, for example, you need just to use Word and PowerPoint, we can turn off Excel and Access. So it's a very simple to use all-in-one IT-ready unified solution that can talk to one another, and it eliminates very complex computer telephony integration. Is PABX independent, so it's very based on open standards, Windows-based, and it is a very clever device that basically is born to be deployed in a very low-cost manner with very low-cost ease of ownership, ease of deployment across multiple countries in a very, very short time. And we see this as very significant because we see contact centers mushrooming all over Asia Pacific as the highest growth region in the world. We see that a lot of customers would like to deploy contact center solutions across different parts of Asia Pacific in a very quick and very inexpensive manner. And this unified technology is getting a lot of attention in the marketplace versus the traditional computer telephony integration technology.